Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another rigged recap. You're looking at Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025, and the lesson is respect the blue line. Now, this setup at the open is very, very bullish, right? We open, you go up +3, come back to +1, it holds, and then we go all the way up to the red zone, 5 strikes higher. This ends up being an awesome alert. But what happens next, okay? +2, small bounce. And then from here, the blue line gets annihilated. Let's look at it without anything turned on. And you can see it just flies right through it. Now, when you look at the strategy guide, rare session, bull trend potential, +6 and higher, okay? Got to read everything here. Bulls with trend, you want a 2+ strike nuke. Bears against the trend, not recommended unless in the red zone, stalling at a strike. Take profit fast. Blue line, possible to touch. And this is the important part here. If not instantly defended, watch for mega nuke. And the reason why that's there is because when we do this check at 10:30, you are 3.55 strikes higher. Sometimes that is the extent of the session. That's basically as high as we go. And that's what happened. When we turn bears on and we look at these, and let's turn on the win rate, these are substantial, right? 53.85%. 55.56%. You're looking at bulls in there. What do we see? 20%, 20%. Okay? This is why flow is important. We have to look at the entirety of the flow, and lower win rate bulls, higher win rate bears. This is telling you, one, sometimes Wall Street loves to nuke it from here. Additionally, you got to respect the zones, right? Once you get into this red that you can see from the lines, it is more risk. It is risky, okay? So you get those two things happening. But the important part is once the blue line is just like, it's not defended at all, right? We just nuked to the strike below. You don't even touch it. We need to switch our bias, okay? So once we get here, what time is this? This is 11:40, and we don't go back over, you can switch to being bearish. At the same time, respecting the zones. We get down to -5, it bounces, okay? Bounce, and then once again, the blue line is not, it doesn't push over it. You get a nuke. Okay, here, they trap people again. You get another nuke, -5, bounce at the end. The check, this is for the first trade you're looking for at after 10:30. Strategy here, that's the full session, okay? Blue line, possible to touch. If not instantly defended, watch for mega nuke. And we got a mega nuke, not defended, and then from here, you eventually go down to -5. That is what happened. Additionally, we can look at the check here. Remember, we did the check. Whoop. Is this the high of the day or the low of the day? Clearly, 10:30, this is the high. HOTD, caution for bulls. Expect a violent 2-strike nuke towards the blue line. Use this as your entry. Bears can work in the red zone. Well, bears worked in the red. This KTR absolutely smashed it. But the important thing, keep saying that all the time, is like when this thing is nuking, the blue line's not really defended. Just wait. Just be patient. Okay? I mean, this is not a bad attempt at -2 up to the blue. But once we break the blue line, and this is not like we don't immediately fly back over and go back to +1, +2, have to be able to switch because it's bearish. There's nothing more bearish than breaking the blue and then failing to fly over it once again. Checking out the SPY. Turn the bombs back on. A lot more chaos here. SPY has been, there's someone out there just trading it at extreme levels. Not normal, but very similar, right? It's like, hey, this is the high of the day, very close to the high. This is going to tell you the exact same thing because 347, the other one was 355. And once again, it respected the zones. Bear risk, bull swing zone. Turn this on, bulls only. Well, you get some KTRs here. And this does pretty good. Low IV, it would absolutely crush it. But once again, when we get here and you're moving up and you get to -1 and it looks like it's going to the blue, but it's not, like it's not flying over, have to be able to switch our bias. And you know, all of these did return 100% plus. And then once again, we're below the blue, so we want a 2-strike swing. This is below 537, up 1, up 2, and all of these win as well. This was chaotic. This was crazy. But if you were here at the end and gonna keep saying like stuff that's important, when we retest the low and the low does not break, look for that as a pump at the end. And that's probably not here because we opened so high. But look at it. This is the low, -6, 534, right? And then we test that twice. Once, 1525, and then again here, 1539. When you see the low is not breaking, same as like if the high doesn't break, it's probably going to pull back. And once again, you could have come in at the very, after Robinhood gets closed out at 1530 and caught an awesome trade. I mean, this goes 262% in 17 minutes and 38 seconds. You had plenty of time to get into this anywhere below this 535 strike. And bam, you get it. Amazing. Checking out the gold. This has been really fun to trade. And it's a blue line respecter. 3-strike rule. Okay, we go down 3. It doesn't break. You get a bounce. This is already telling you right here. Bears BL to -2. Okay, this is late. Look at the blue line. Like, fail to break the blue. Bang. 24 minutes. 168.98%. Incredible. This -2 doesn't break. They tried to break it. And it pumps. Below the blue, bearish. The best trade is always going to be if it comes anywhere close to the blue and doesn't break, and bam, you get it. IWM. Oh, IWM. We go down. Same thing, right? If the blue line is not instantly defended, and clearly it's not, right? You already break -1, doesn't even come close to touching it. Have to be able to switch sides. You switch sides here. We're looking for bears. Late, above the strike. Awesome trade. Late, you want this above the strike, right? This is, you just moved down from 192 basically to 191 by the time this comes in. So you're seeing it here, and all you need to do is think, hey, I want to trade this as close to 191 as possible. And boom, had plenty of opportunities to get in. That's another 140% gain. Same thing. It's like you just moved from 191, you're approaching 190, 3-strike rule. Okay, a little bit late. Take it as close to 191 as possible. Bam. You don't get any. Oh, we do get bulls here. This is amazing. Because once again, look at the full session. Low of the day is actually here. I thought they retested it here. I thought this was a retest, but -3 doesn't break, you get a bull. -3 doesn't break, you get a bull. Nice trade if that's something you're looking for. Love to hunt that at the end of the session. End of the session, typically, we get a mega pump or a mega nuke. And while this wasn't mega, 117%, 16 minutes, can't beat it. To go back, quick recap. If you want to win, you've got to read the full session strategy and the check. We're telling you, if the blue line gets touched and it's not instantly defended, watch for a mega nuke. And that's what happened. Respect the zones. We get back to the blue, it doesn't break. It is probably going back down. And then once again, first test -5, doesn't break. Second test -5, doesn't break. Boom. Don't get the tags, but that's just what Wall Street loves to do. A little bit cleaner here on SPY. This is like -6, doesn't break. Retest, retest, bam, bam. That was the session. Not a perfect one by any means, but blue line's not defended. Okay, I want this as close to the blue line as possible. Bam, you get it. That's what it's about. Follow the system, win more trades, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Click like, subscribe, share, tell your mom, tell your friends. Join the system.